Welcome everyone to today's webinar. I see we have people dropping in. So I'm really excited to be here today and to talk to you about seasonal promotions and seasonal activities. We have Christmas around the corner, actually. I can't believe we're almost like end of October. So there's a lot of things coming up when it comes to like holiday activities, and we want to make sure that you're equipped and prepared for what's to come. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today, is seasonal activities in general, but diving specifically into the upcoming holiday period to give you the tools to maximize that in your business. We have a lot of things to share with you today, so I'm going to be sharing my screen here. And so if you can hear us okay, just give us a yes in the chat as well, just so I see that we have you here. And also, like before we get started, I think it would be good to just know who we have on the call today. So if you want to tell us like the type of business you run, would be super helpful. Also, if you run typically seasonal activities, if that is something that is part of your marketing plan, give us a yes as well. Then we know what type of businesses we have and if you're running seasonal activities. And while you're doing that, we should probably introduce ourselves a bit. So it's quite likely you have met me before. So my name is John Hallberg and I run the Salon business, and which is basically part of Mangomint. So it's Mangomint's education platform where we touch on a lot of topics to help you in growing your business. We do webinars like this and trainings and content on YouTube and on the blog, etc. So you might have seen me there before, because everyone that we invite to these sessions are basically subscribers at the Salon business or users of the Mangomint platform. So it's quite likely that we have met in one of these sessions before. But I'm not here alone today. So I'm actually really excited to have me here today, Me Erlandsson, who might not be a new face either. So me and I have been doing a lot of work together on the Salon business YouTube and in our education channels. So Me basically runs two salons here in the Stockholm area. We're based out of Stockholm, Sweden. And I think Me is the perfect partner to run this webinar with, because Me has not only like very successful salons, there's always like a queue of clients. She's growing her salon business every year. But what I think is extraordinary with the work that Me is doing in her business is not only like, I mean, I could go into so many areas, leadership and whatnot, but really marketing. And Me has built some really powerful marketing channels in her business. If you look to her Instagram at Peach Stockholm, which is her salons that she runs, she has, I think now like 37,000 followers or so on the Instagram account, and 30,000, I believe, last time I checked, in terms of like website traffic every month. You might have new numbers since then, Me. But anyway, Me is doing a really good job when it comes to marketing and when it comes to like Christmas activities and promotions. So again, like the perfect partner to have here today, to share her experience with you and give you some ideas and inspiration. So great to have you here, Me. And also, just want to say as well, congrats on your 10 years. So actually, it was like last week. Me was hosting her 10-year anniversary in her salons as well, which was a great party and a lot of fun. But yeah, so congrats to that as well, and like great to have you here. Maybe you want to give the group a little bit of an intro as well, on just like who you are and the businesses you run.
Yeah, okay. Hi guys. I think you covered the most. I had the business for like 10 years. And like you said, we do a lot of work on our social media platform, and also on our website. Google is what we work a lot on as well. And also, I mean, I'm a mother of 3 boys. So, I mean, it's full schedule for me.
Yes, I hear you on that one. Okay.
Yeah.
And great to see everyone in the chat. Brandy, Noah, Marshall, Samuel, Amy. I see we have some spa and wellness studio, Amy. We have a salon and spa independent as well. Hairstylist, makeup artist. So we have a good mix of different businesses in there. So let's dive in and let's focus on how we can make the most out of the upcoming holiday period. And why do we actually care about this? Like, why do we do a webinar on this? And why do we spend the time together? So there's like a couple of reasons here. why we think this is really important and something we should all be paying attention to. The first one is like following seasonal trends and seasonal activities is an easy way actually to stay on top and to be relevant with how you communicate on your social media, with the promotions you run, like when going out and attracting new clients, to make sure that you are relevant. Like we know when Easter is coming, we know when Halloween is coming, or whatever it is that we want to focus on, like, and we can plan in advance and we can reuse what we do one year to the next. It's like an easy way to make sure that how we communicate is relevant and timely. So that's one. But it's also like, especially if we look at like the upcoming period now, like typically December accounts, like in a salon business, typically accounts for like 10% of the annual turnover just in December. Some businesses even double retail sales during the December period. So, these seasonal activities, and in particular, the season we have ahead of us now and the holidays, are really like big drivers of revenue. So of course we want to make sure that we have like good plans in place to make the most out of that. So this is what we're going to cover today. This is the agenda. I'm going to be fairly brief, going into like how we can make sure when we go into this promotional period that the promotions that we run are profitable. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time on that there, and then I'm going to hand over to me, who will walk us through like the Black Week plan and the Christmas plan that you have in your business. I think there's a ton of like, ideas and inspiration for you in there. And then we're going to wrap that up with some recap on some specific tools and tactics that you can use when running seasonal activities now for the upcoming period, or for any period really. So that's how we're going to wrap up, and then spend some time in Q&A. So we're going to have this at like 30 minutes roughly. So we're conscious of your time and leaving time at the end for any Q&A. So, stay focused. It's not a super long session, so that we get the most out of this one. Right. So what I want to cover first is like 3 tips to just making sure that when we go into the holiday period now, which typically for a lot of businesses means promotions, right? And we're going to run different campaigns during this period, that we really are putting some extra thought into this and making sure that what we do is strategic, and that we don't like, that we're not being lazy and just like, running a discount promotion because people run discount promotions, but that we really like think this through. So I want to spend a little bit of time here to kind of push you to be a little bit more strategic with the promotions that you do. Because if we talk about promotions, like generally running a promotion, which is like it's a discount on your most popular service, for example, is always easy. Your clients will always like appreciate that and like, yeah, great, we're getting discount on something that I wanted to buy anyway, and it's like everyone will be happy. But it might not be great for your business. So a few principles that we should have in mind. Number one would be like cannibalization. And when we think through our promotions, that we consider this concept of cannibalization, which essentially means that if we come with a promotion on something that people would have bought from us anyway, and we're running kind of an activity, and we may be giving away a discount or giving away value with that, but people would have bought that service anyway, then our promotion is basically cannibalizing on the service that we would have sold, or the product we would have sold anyway. So kind of the specific tips here that I want to challenge us to do is to focus our promotions on driving things that your clients wouldn't normally have bought, but that we kind of give them reason to try something that they didn't first come in for, which obviously is more difficult than to just give discount on something that they already wanted, right? But it's when we do that drives incrementality basically, and it makes the revenue that we create here incremental, and it's not just eating on what we would have done anyway. Another way that we can work with this, because it's going to be easier to do promotions on the service that people want. And if we want to do that, another way to do that is also to focus on like when people can get that service. So like we can do a promotion, but they're only able to kind of access that service then in a time when we're not that busy in the salon or not that busy in our business, so that it also doesn't really cannibalize, because it's anyway a slow period where we don't have so much to do. And we're not eating into kind of a busy period. So that's kind of how we can think about cannibalization, and kind of the challenge that I'm leaving you with here is just kind of when you do your activities this year and promotions, just think through how is this really creating incremental value, so we don't like give away discount or something which is for something we would have done, gotten anyway. The other principle is also to focus on like providing value versus discount. Again, it's like similar to what I talked about before, because if we just give discount on our core service, it will cannibalize on sales that we would have had anyways. And if we are discounting our core services, it also kind of undermines our price list, and it might be harder to motivate, the regular price list that we normally have. So we should really try to avoid that to the extent possible, and to not do like discount on the core services. What we can do instead is basically to add more value. So we kind of keep, because at the end of the day, like the way your clients will look at this is, what am I paying and what's the perceived value of what I'm getting back? And, that's how they will judge if this is like an attractive deal or something they should buy into. So if we kind of keep the price the same instead of taking down the price, but we increase the amount of value people get when they buy into our promotion, we will still, be able to protect that price, but create an attractive promotion that people want. So some things to think about as we do this to get a little bit more specific is like if we look at the service menu and we divide that into like what's our core services and what's our add-on services. So a core service, if we take a nail salon, that would probably be like the manicure and pedicure, or a hair salon, cuts and colors, right? Whereas add-ons would be in a hair salon, maybe like a hair care treatment or like services that we would add on during the appointment. It's not part of our core services. And these add-ons and also like retail products are good ways of, driving our core services by creating packages and campaigns where people get access to those additional things when they buy into our product. So that's one way of like driving up that perceived value instead of giving discount. And as we add more things into our packages to create more value, what I would just consider is just making sure that what we add in doesn't cost a lot, doesn't take a lot of time for us to do, right? And also that what we add in makes sense. So like if someone is buying in, a manicure service, it might not make sense to do a care treatment or a hair treatment, right? Because they're buying into like a nail service, right? So you might want to have something that makes the result of that specific service better, or that enhances that service. So that's how we can just think about providing value versus giving discounts. Some specific tips on that. The last tip I will leave you with, just as kind of a challenge to see how can we make our promotions more profitable, is also partnerships. So in particular, like if we're working with suppliers, I'm coming from like the brand side myself, and I've worked for Vela Professionals and some other brands, and the brands, they also want to get their products out there and their brands out there. So if you're working with a good supplier, you should really like involve them in your plans and making sure that you get some support when we go into this holiday period to run promotions to make them also more profitable for you. So those were just like 3 tips that I just want to kind of like set, some basis like as we do promotions to help us make those more profitable. I hope that makes sense. What do you say, May?
Yeah, absolutely. I love the last one there with the partnership. I think that's really important one that can really lift your salon, both the business part, and also they can help you with the marketing material and stuff, both for this in the salon, but also in your social media platforms.
Yeah, totally. And I know you have a very strong relationship with your supplier. I met him because I met him at your event last week. So yeah, obviously very important.
Yeah.
Right. So what we're going to go into next is some of your plans, actually. So let's start with Black Week. Take it away, man.
Yeah, Black Week is coming up. It's not so far away now. It's quite new for us in Sweden. We haven't had it for so many years. But I think I will be talking a bit in two ways to look at this one, both for in the salon and also in your social media platform, because I think events like Black Week or Black Friday, that are short events, are like really good for your social media because they have a high peak for those hashtags and words to use to get a lot of traffic in on your social platforms. Like you mentioned earlier, here you have a easy way to be relevant, and Instagram, they love you when you're relevant. Because sometimes it's hard to keep up with all the new like hair trends and or new how do you say, new skin types, things that are happening, trends in the social media, because they're changing so fast. But here you are, that the Black Week is coming and Christmas is coming, so this is easy for you to get some easy traffic on your Instagram account. So, and I think it's good to use Black Week, not just Black Friday, because it's just one day, and it's going to be hard for you to get something out of it, especially at the salon. If you're doing like a promotion with maybe you have a partnership with your supplier, and they often have good deals for like Black Week or Black Friday, where you can get like black balloons, and they already have like nice packages and stuff that you can use to do advertising. Then I think you need a whole week to get the most out of it, to sell a bit and do some advertising, and uh, and also be a bit more aggressive, because I think Black Week and Black Friday, you need to have bit more aggressive deals than you do for like Easter or Christmas, because I mean at Black Friday everybody's everybody's crazy. There are crazy deals out there then, so you're competing with them. For us, we have done some Black Week and Black Friday deals where we have sold the gift cards. That's what's really like a really good one. Gift cards that you could redeem in January. So that's because you don't want to sell out your December. I mean, it's our best month, so you don't want to sell out anything that you can sell for the real price in December. So we did like you buy a haircut or buy a gift card for a color service, and then you can only redeem it in January, and you get a good price on it. Or as we always do, we always offer something extra instead of redeeming the price down. So we did get a free goodie bag in January. If you buy the gift card now, you get a goodie bag in January when you redeem your service. That was really popular. People love goodie bags. So, and that you can always also talk with your supplier, and he often can put a goodie bag on for free to you to give to your customers, because that's also advertising for them to get new people to use their products. So they're often happy to do that. So then you have sold a lot of gift cards, and you have actually put 0 crowns for it.
Yeah,
So
I love that.
I think that's a really
Yeah,
good.
because you're paying it with the products, and I guess, I mean, often we do have products that we kind of need to get rid of, almost, right? Of course, like, you want to
Yeah,
deliver a
yeah,
good experience for your clients, so you couldn't put anything in that bag. But there's for
yeah.
sure things, right, that you can get moving, and that doesn't.
Yeah, but people love the fact of a goodie bag. It's like a present for
Mm,
them to open. Oh, look what I've got! And so I think that's a really, our customers love that when we do that. And also the one that gets more, because I mean, in when it's Black Friday, you're almost already booked out through December. So it's good to get those bookings in January and February then. So that's been a really good one for us to fill those times in the schedule up.
love it.
Yeah, I think we can move on to the.
Yes, that's where I should click. So we're going to go into your Christmas activity.
Yeah, we always do like a advent calendar every year. That's become really popular, both with our on our social media, but also at the salon. So you can both have like a physical one and also one on we have on our Instagram account. and then we release one every Sunday. So I thought I'll go through what we're kind of doing this year for our advent calendar. And we start off we release it every Sunday then. The first we're kind of how do I say, approach it like how December is, for like in the beginning of the December, then you're like getting ready for all the like Christmas parties and Christmas events, both privately but also maybe with your company. So then we're doing this year we're doing like a video with us sharing tips for stylings and updos for the season that's coming, and we're having a promotion for our hair accessories, because that is something that's we don't sell so much usually, so this is a good one to get the sales up. And also I've done a deal with our supplier for accessories so that they take the 20% off so that we don't have to pay for that. And then we do throughout the week we follow up with different videos of us sharing tips on how you can use different accessories that we have, and also how do you, I mean, how's the easy way to save a bad hair day if you're going to an Christmas after work, something, some reason like that, for the first week. And then for the second week, we're doing a social media competition. But this one you can actually also activate in your salon. So for you that doesn't have like work so much with Instagram yet, this is also a good way to get your clients to follow you on Instagram. That you can say to them, "Oh, we have a competition now on our Instagram. Go in there and like us, and you can win for example, here here we have a GHD flattening iron, but we'll also have like goodie bags that are worth like $200. So a little bit bigger goodie bags that we have had competitions for. And I think here is also important to don't have it should be easy competition to do. We have like follow us on Instagram, tag 3 of your best friends, and explain your Christmas in emojis. That's what we're having this year. So it's easy. So you get a lot of comments and a lot of participants. That's what's the important stuff, is to get a lot of comments so that you get your following up on Instagram, and a lot of people are like activating in your competition. And as I said, you also get your customers in the salon to go in, and it's easy for them to just like follow you, do the competition while they're in the share even. So I think this is a really good. And here you can also, like I've mentioned so many times now, here you can really also talk with your sales rep to help you, because I mean, like here we have a GHD, we're actually promoting their uh, their
Brand, right?
flat or brand. Thank you, John. Promoting their brand on our site, so that's really
Yeah,
powerful
and
for
obviously, like
them.
you, sorry, but like because obviously you have a very big Instagram, I would say, or like following not only on
Yeah,
Instagram but other channels as well. Like you're on even YouTube and TikTok and other places. But I think Instagram, when I checked, was it like 27,000 subscribers or something? How important would you say like these type of competitions and the engagement that they drive? Like how important are
they're
they for
really
that growth?
important. They're
Yeah.
really important, and I think also that's, I mean, it's with Instagram and social platforms. It's important to like not give up, to be
Mm.
persistent, to like, I mean, the first competition you have, maybe you're only like if three, four, five people competing, but doing it over and over again, people that are following you are used to getting, oh, they always have like fun competitions, you can win stuff, and you should always, when people win, you put it on your story and tag them and make it like, oh, this is the winner, and like a big happening. And so people, after a while, like now, people know that we always have like a advent calendar, so they're like looking
Mm.
forward to us putting it up and following us through it. And so, and I mean, that did not happen the first year. So you have to, like with the social platform, be persistent, and it will be like a
Yeah.
snowball effect. Yeah. And then week 3, we're focusing on, because now people are getting more and more stressed out with finding their perfect Christmas gifts. So this year we're doing like a video here where we're showing out all our different Christmas packages that we have. I think even if you have a spa salon, so they're always, all the brands have their gift packages. So we're like presenting them and showing them off what we're offering for, and how good of a price they get at them. And then throughout the week, where all of my staff are going to be answering like 3 questions of their favorite Christmas gifts and what they're, so you get a bit personal as well. That Instagram followers love when you're personal, because it is more difficult to drive like a Instagram account for a salon than for a one person. So you have to be a bit more personal. They love that. So, and also I think this you can also drive in your salon. If you don't have an Instagram account, you can always present the nice packages that you have, and you can do like nice little notes where your staff has written what this is like. This one is Dana's favorite, and this one is Michelle's favorite, and stuff. So it also gets a bit more personal in the salon.
Love that.
And then for week 4, we have this book your January service as well, because now, I mean, most have done their hair for the Christmas time, so there is a good way to do. But we have also done um, one where this year we're actually doing a competition here where you can win a haircut with a deep hair treatment in week 4 as well. I think it's for like a, if you don't want it yourself, you can give it away as a last minute Christmas gift kind of thing. And there we're having also redeem, so you have to redeem it in January and February in the
Okay.
morning, pre-lunch time. So like we talked about before, be smart when you give out the when we give have competitions for our services. We always have time, this is limited where you can redeem it, because otherwise there will be people like, oh, I can only come 8 o'clock in the night and blah blah blah, and you don't want to stand there doing it like a free service 8 o'clock at night. So we always keep it like this, you can only redeem it in this month at this time. So be very specific there, so people don't take too much
Yeah.
liberties.
Love that. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
this is.
And also to do some, like you see here, here is one of my staff on in this picture. I think it's feel free to take like more personal pictures and post them on social media, especially during the holiday season, because it's supposed to be more familiar, and they love to see your staff, or see like, I know ugly Christmas sweaters are a big thing in the US. I mean, you can do a thing around that where the staff is like showing off there every day on your stories on Instagram. There's a new boy or girl showing off there. This is my ugly Christmas shirt, and I blah blah blah. this is a really good build. Or you can have at the salon like ugly Christmas shirt day for Christmas and do stuff like happenings like that. Your customers will love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great. So I think we thanks for like leading us through that. I think like the whole like advent calendar is a great like activity to run. So I hope everybody really got some good insights into how to manage that. And I see some questions are trickling in as well as we go. We have a few more slides to walk through, and then we're gonna be answering questions as well towards the end. So like keep those going. That's awesome. Yeah, we just wanted to recap a bit on some of the tools that we kind of talked about that you can also use and that we would recommend. So we did touched on gift cards as well. We have talked about that, which are a great tool to use, of course, during this period. I think gift card sales is definitely the like highest sales period we would see on gift cards. And they are great to use both for gifting, right? That we give it to someone else, which is kind of the main intent. But you can also run gift card promotions where you set up a specific promotion. And if you're using like the Mangomint platform, which is obviously what we recommend here, you can even set like duration period for when is that promotion available, and you can create specific gift cards for these type of promotions. So you can sell those to your client list directly, and they can buy them online on your site and so on. So gift cards is really like going into Black Friday or like the Black Week, Christmas, really powerful tool that you want to have in your business, I would say.
Yeah, and you could like have buy a gift card and get a goodie bag when you use your gift card, and then with Mangomint you can write on those specific gift cards that they're like the goodie bag gift card. So
yeah,
I think
that's a
really
great one.
good
Yes. You had smart promotions as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think here you should be really. I mean, when you're doing the promotions, give it a bit of love. Don't just like John said earlier. Don't just like, okay, we'll just have 20% on all our products this Black Friday. Give it a bit more love. Like we had a bring a friend promotion that was a really good one to get our clientele list up, because usually if you think about it, the clients that you have, that the VIP clients that you have, that you love so much, I'm sure they have a friend that are just like them, that will also love the salon and love the ambience and what you're bringing to the table. So here we had a promotion where your VIP customer got a goodie bag or got a shampoo for free the next time if her friend booked an appointment with us. And we actually got a lot more regulars with this type of tactic, because it's a friend of your regular. She is more likely to come again and like your place because her friend likes your place. So it's a relationship. We're in a relationship business, so this one was a really good one for the long haul. We also did a review promotion that is also a really good one to get your reviews up on Google. Like give a extra long head massage for if you give us a vote on Google. That's a really good one, because we all know that we need to have those votes to get our website up and seen on the Google map and stuff. And like John said, I would never do a discount on our core services, because if you have a discount on haircut or discount on our coloring, we will just get the type of clients that are just looking for discount. They will come to you this time, but the next time they will go to another place that has discount. So it will not give you the clients that are coming back, because the next time they won't buy the full price. They just got it 10% off. Why should I pay? It's not a good strategy. It's much more to give more value, like we've talked about, like a goodie bag or an extra shampoo, and there you can actually have a good sales rep that will supply you with this stuff, and also give you a good marketing plan, both for marketing materials in the salon, and good promotions that you can use, and good packages with products with promotion. I mean, they should really help you with all this stuff. That's really important.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. And I just like when you go in to talk about Google and reviews and all of that, there's so much, like, because is doing so much in
Yeah.
this space, and it's just like you basically cannot Google a hair service in this city without Mi's business popping up all over the place. So also, like, you can also check out our YouTube channel to learn more about those things, because we don't have time in this session to go into all the marketing strategies, but we have talked about that in the channel where Me is sharing more on that, just so you know. And you're working with peak hour pricing as well, right?
Yeah, we also have peak. If you book a time after 5 o'clock in the evening, or come to us in the weekends, it's an extra fee of $20, because it's more for the first. So you want to keep those times available for the clients that really need those and that are willing to pay more for those. But also, it is more for us who have staff. I have 12 in my team. It is more expensive for me to have staff in the weekend. So it's nothing weird about having taking extra fee then. I think in all the other branches they have, when you book a hotel, it's more expensive during Christmas, or do the weekend, than if you book it Tuesday. So why shouldn't we do that?
Yeah, totally. And obviously, there's like a system thing here as well. I know we have a bunch of users of the Mangomint platform. This might be possible with whatever software you're using, but within Mangomint as well, there are ways that we can work to set that up so that we can adjust what the pricing will be by tying it to. I'm not going to go into all the details, but like, if you want to learn how to do that, just reach out to our support team, and they will be happy to help you with like how you can tie that to a resource and schedule that so that you have like different pricing on different times. Basically, there's a way that you can make that work with that platform as well, which is obviously like a great way to earn more and have the clients that are prepared to pay more to come at important like peak hours. Then good. So I think the last one we had here as well was just planning with suppliers.
Yeah,
I think we touched it a few times.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's like, it's great to include your suppliers in your plans.
And I think you should demand that. And if your supplier doesn't do that, you should change supplier. I'm sorry, but I think that is a really a big one that could really change your business radically if you have a good relationship with your supplier. Because they should help you be a successful business. So they should give you stuff. They should help you with promotions. They should help you with education. They are a bigger company, so they have like a whole department that just do that stuff for them. So they should really help.
Yeah, love that. And of course, it's the end of the year, so it's not only about activities and stuff, but a bit of reflection. I think coming to the end of the year, that's the best time to kind of reflect on how things went, set the goals for the next year.
Yeah, and also, like, now I talked a lot about social media and all the competitions and what is and what not. But if you're like, if it seems like, this is too much for me, I've never done something. You don't make it too difficult. Do small, easy steps. And I think the important thing is just to do it and be consistent. We all start somewhere, right? And on my first competition, I had like 2 or 3 people that were competing. So I think it's you should never like give up on that. Just do it, and then people will be used to you having competitions in the end, and they will know that you're having it, so they will come back to see more of that.
Yeah, love that. Cool. So we're going to roll into some questions. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat, and we're happy to stay on a little bit longer. We went over a little bit on time, but for those of you who still can, we'll for sure answer some questions here. What I want to say as well, for all of you who are here live, we have mentioned the Mangomint platform a few times, and we have some users on the Mangomint platform here, which is great. If you're considering trying this, tell them that I recommend you to do that. Or here at the Salon business, and you will get like a 30-day extra try period as well if you want to sign up for Mangomint, just so you have that little special offer from us as well. But let's roll back into questions and to see. I have one which I would like to direct to you, actually, Me, which I think which is the last one here. I just see from Crystal, because we talked about different seasonal activities. She's bringing up birthdays as well. Is this something that like you're working with or have some experience with, celebrating birthdays or running like some activities for that, which is obviously more.
We actually haven't. I mean, we've sold quite a lot of gift cards, of course, for birthdays, but we haven't actually had a typical like birthday package. But I think that's a really good idea. You could have a that includes. I mean, maybe like a small gift as well with the haircut or with the coloring of what they're doing. And maybe, I mean, a lot of people today also love to be on your social media, so maybe it also, you can, like, if you have VIP customers, you can always give them a bit of love on your social media when it's their birthday. Absolutely. I think it's a good thing to do for building your relationship with your customers, maybe not so much for your social media platform.
Yeah, totally. No, I like that. And it's kind of like evergreen, or like, you can also like set up some marketing automations around that as well, right? So that you kind of have those promotions going on all year. So I think it's certainly an opportunity.
Like, tell us that it's your birthday and you will get an extra gift or something like that.
Cool. The other question I was getting from Maggie, and I think Jenny was upping that as well, was also, I think it's actually more of a Mangomint specific one, because I see your users of the like Mangomint platform when it comes to redemptions or promotions and controlling redemptions. So what I would say to that, so one way of running this is by using gift cards. Could be one way you can run a gift card promotion. And then you can set it up so that the gift card is only available to buy for a select period. You can do that inside of the Mangomint platform. You can, of course, create a specific gift card for that specific promotion that you run, where you basically just define when they're allowed to use it, and you can update your communication to include that. So when they buy into that, it's visible on the card, and with the information they get when they are able to redeem it. You will still, from like a system point of view, you would still be able to redeem it at a different time if they come in and somehow want to use it. But that's probably how I would do it. And to not spend too much time on that as well, because not everyone is using that today. There is a video. We did a webinar on this specifically. You can just search on YouTube for like Mangomint gift card promotions, and there will be a video or a webinar that I've done something similar, where we actually go very detailed into how to like create this type of promotions as well. So you can get everything on that.
Yeah, I saw something here also about giving cuts for 6 months to my I think it was Rachel, right? Okay, I wouldn't. This is just for my personal point of view, but I would never give away something that they're already paying for, because you already got them to pay for. So I would rather like throw in something extra for them, both that they feel that they're getting something extra, like for your next I don't know, 5 haircuts, or next 2 haircuts, you're getting a deep hair spa as well, or treatment as well. Then for the first, they will feel like, oh, I'm the VIP client, she loves me, I'm getting the extra stuff. And for the first time you will, and for the second thing you will introduce them to something they have never used before, and then if you're doing it to them like 3 times, they will love it. Of course, their hair will feel extra nice, and the 5th time when they're coming and they're not getting it for free, they will be paying for it because they will want it again because they had got it the last time. So I think it's better to introduce, when you're giving something away for free, introduce them to something they haven't bought from you before, not something that they're already buying. That would be my tip for that one.
Love that. Awesome. Maybe we have time for one more question. I see Amy's also reaction that there could be that in some states we need to be careful with how we set expiration for certain cards. So there are some like legalities around that, but if it's a promotion and so on, it could work. So you probably want to check those legalities specifically for your state, just so you don't do something that you shouldn't do. But yeah, I think we've covered. So I see some which I think we covered as well. Lakshmi, like what's better, a discount package or a combo offer? I think we kind of went into some of that like at the start of the presentation as well. So generally, like a straight discount on your service will always be easier to sell. It will always be that like people get what they want and they get a discount on it. You're getting very positive reactions from your customers. But it will cannibalize more your existing business. It's not, you can be more strategic and again push services that they wouldn't otherwise buy. Get them to book the service on a different time than when you're fully booked. Like you can work with some of those things that will improve the profitability of those campaigns that you run. But I know it's harder and it requires more work and a bit more thinking, and you probably want to balance that right for where you are in your business. Cool. Nice. I think we're kind of starting to get to the 50-minute mark, so we should. Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about this forever. I think maybe we should do a YouTube video on how to do great promotions.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that because I think there's a lot of tactics for that, and I love the questions coming from you, Maggie, as well on different specific. So let's certainly do that. I think we could provide some more advice on that. Because I saw your example now with like spa founder emails, buy 100 gift cards and get another for 45. I like this because like obviously like here we're looking at more incrementality. It's not like just a pure discount on something, but it's like you're buying it and then you need to buy even more than what you had in mind, right? That's when you start getting your discount in. They're clearly doing that to kind of get more of that incrementality in your campaign versus if you do a straight discount. So like I like the direction that is going in, even if it might be so without knowing too much exactly about which services and so on that they provide. Nice. Okay, cool. So thanks everyone for great engagement in the chat. A lot of great questions. I think this was a lot of fun. I hope you feel you've gotten some value out of the session today. It's great to see you, Maggie, and like some familiar names from previous sessions as well. I think that's awesome.
Great job, guys. I mean, it's always fun to speak here when people are so engaged like you are.
Yeah, that's awesome. And thank you, Me, for taking the time and walking you, like letting us in to see all the promotions and stuff that you're doing. We really appreciate that. I mean, clearly you're doing a lot of things right with your business. So like sharing that here is very appreciated. So thanks a lot for that. Thanks everyone. Have a great rest of the day, and we look forward to seeing you in one of these upcoming webinars. Take care. All the best. Bye.